Okay, so I have a frog. Well, can't really see the frog at the moment because I've applied a black wash over the top of it. Now this is how I get my line drawings to appear, and it's also a way that I add a little bit of age, a little bit of that stank to the piece. So I take this, apply black wash. I prefer to use Amico Velvet Underglazes wash down. Now this is a container I've been using for a little bit. So what I do is I take my sponge, any sponge, I put it in a bucket of water. I then start to simply wipe back the underglaze. So I don't lose my underglaze, I actually squeeze the excess water and underglaze back into the bucket. And what this allows me to do is decide how much I want to wipe off. As you can see, he's starting to get a little bit of a happiness to go into him. It's really gotten into those lines there, and I can decide, well, I don't like it around those edges too much, so I'll clean it back. And I like to do this after I've bisque fired because, well, if I do it before I bisque fire, it changes the lines and doesn't make it as crisp and clean as I want it to be. Now I'm going to come back through here and really kind of, you can start to see if I come in, I can wipe back in some areas. So I like it a little darker in the background, so I'm not going to wipe that totally clean. But the frog, I'm going to come through the frog body, and I'm really going to just kind of wipe him clean so he pops out. Maybe I'll leave one of those legs a little darker from the underglaze wash application just to give a little extra value, shadow. It adds a little bit more depth to the piece. And as you can see, he's going to go ribbit a little wall hanging tile I've made. Still have to make the background for it. Now after this, it will be bisque fired. Another time, I could just throw a little bit of glaze on the top of it, but I like to always bisque fire that black wash in there, so I end up with a nice, crisp, clean, don't have any aspects where it kind of rolls around or creates fuzziness. So go ahead and make yourself some stuff out of clay.